on, guys? My name is Doug. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. I'm really glad you guys decided to tune in today because we've got this new Spillage Village album called Spilliligion. I just recently dropped a video for Baptize, End of Days, and Happy. I think it's the name of a god that I'm not familiar with, so I don't really know how to say it. Forgive my ignorance, but that's 3 out of the 12 tracks that I already have videos for. It's all actually in one video. You can go and check that out later. So today we're going to be listening to 9 new songs. I'm excited, you know, I think it's going to be great music. I'm very happy with the 3 tracks that I've heard so far, so I expect nice things from this project. I do want to say, shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for the support that you show to the channel. You guys are the reasons I'm able to do this as often as I do. If you want to become a patron, the link is in the description. If you want to support the channel every month and get the same benefits as a patron, but you don't want to have to go to patreon.com, you can become a member of the channel. Just click the join button right next to the subscribe button and you can see all the tiers, all the same benefits, everything like that for, I think it's the same price too. So yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate that support. You guys are the best. You get access to a whole bunch of exclusive stuff. You can check all of that information out in the tiers and in their descriptions. Follow my social media as well. I've been super active on both Instagram and Twitter. Mostly Twitter. You should definitely follow me there. I post a lot of information about the channel, the upcoming videos, live streams, and things like that that you really don't want to miss out on. Polls as well. You get to vote on what videos you want to see, and that's really cool. So if you're interested in that, definitely follow me on there. And with those plugs out of the way, let's jump right into this music. This is, like I said, Spilliligion by Spillage Village. It's got religious themes all throughout these songs and the titles in the track list. I think it's going to be really interesting to see them explore this. So the first track is Spillville with Desi Banks, Big Rube, and Country Wayne. Let's get to it.
Look at my great
Yeah, Jesus is real, but your damn pastor ain't.
Got my money. I'm gonna throw this peppermint at you.
Yeah, throw it.
Try to open up this door. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh yeah, what up, Bentley? Hold on, you ain't about to rob the church. I ain't with that.
A lot of folks believe anything you tell them if it sounds good enough.
That's facts.
It's crazy as arguing about it would only divide us to be conquered.
That's pretty funny. That's a very funny intro, man. And they were spitting facts too. Like, if it sounds good enough, people will believe it. You know, it's just crazy to see the stuff that people really genuinely believe in nowadays, man. Like, I grew up a Christian myself. I still am. You could say anything and tell people that it's from the Bible and they'll immediately believe it. And that's just is so embarrassing to see, you know, the stuff that people who call themselves Christians or whatever are doing out there. It really is just a shame to see the way that they just believe anything people tell them and don't practice what they preach, and it's ridiculous. So I agree with so much that was said here. People are willing to just take scriptures in general, you know, from the Quran or from the Bible or from wherever and distort them to serve their purposes, to further their ideas, their political, you know, ideologies, their financial gain, and it's just sad. It really is. But yeah, that's really funny, I think, in my opinion. This intro right here is really well performed. The little skit, you know. So yeah, track 2 is Baptize. I already heard that one. Like I said, it's in that video that I dropped, I believe, yesterday. So you can check that out later. We're gonna skip on to track 3, which is Psalm Sing with Meribah. This is fire.
Usually I kick it with my girl. You the guy, mama Makusa. Would you come and
Yo, just such a nice little vibe, man. This is a really great tune. Bug. Yeah, the track could have done without that little riff towards the end, you know, where she was just shouting people out, but I feel like maybe in the context of the rest of the album, it'll make a little bit more sense. It's humorous, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like in terms of the song itself, if you're re-listening to it, you're probably gonna skip that portion, you know what I mean? You're gonna listen to the actual musical part and then skip on to the next track. But, you know, I don't feel like it takes away from the track or anything like that, because they did leave it for the end, so you can skip it if you want to. If it had been like in the middle of the track, it would have been really disruptive, I think, so I'm not mad at that. I think musically, it's got such a nice vibe to it. It's such like a welcoming, you know, feeling to it. It's so warm. It's got so much soul to it. I really like the choirs that they incorporated in the background. It's basically really simple little Rhodes keys, some acoustic guitars, really beautiful, soulful singing, and just some percussion, you know, and it really has a really awesome, fun vibe to it. So I like that track. Track 4 is Aya Allah, I think that's how you say it, Family with Jid, Earth Gang, and Hollywood JB.
Didn't pass when you don't, then I'm appalled. Let the split bang to the heavens through the halls from your bathroom patient.
Let's go.
Came from nothing, but I found my destination.
The instrumentation throughout this project has just been so great.
Hey, this one for the people in my corner, yo. We finna own a building. Stand on the judge if you want, but I'll ride for mine, your honor, and leave it in the hands.
When I see her waist, I see where time was, because the hourglass figure, that's fire.
Wrestling with this nasty plague that's kinda like the flu. I ain't a doctor, I don't know, but I know bitch strike these cowards down and send them straight to you. That fear disappears and love rings again, clear and true for me.
That's a great song. Oh, that's the next track. Man, they are really killing it with the production on this project. I think this is the 5th song that I've heard from the entire album, if you consider those 3 tracks that I heard yesterday as well. Man, the production is just on another level, you know, super soulful, very creative. It's got a very unique but consistent style to it. There's so many soulful vocals. The theme to every single track is just like super consistent, very in line with the concept of this album. Like they've just been doing a really great job of making every single track sound so pleasant to listen to, you know, because when you have these songs that really draw the listeners in, they're just so much more open to hearing you out and hearing what you have to say and paying attention to your verses. It's captivating, it's charismatic, it's really well done. I like it. This track now is Mecca with Jid and Earth Gang.
Because I love you, take my hand.
This is like a really weird bluesy kind of fusion. Let's go.
Hop out the whip, get the flat plan. One day leave, hit the moonwalk. Getting MJ to your shoes drop. Getting 2 pots, different kind of heart throb. I be trying to tell me it's a rolling.
Dr. Don is fire, bro.
South Africa, to Japan,
Yo, Jid, it's another level.
They love me this handed, red stranded. I took a chance, pulled some money out my pants and said, sorry, it's not much, it's what I have. He left.
I'm not the hugest fan of the chorus, but I like the message. Hey. Fire. Is that Thundercat? I'm hoping that's Thundercat. I don't have Genius open, so there's no way for me to know, but that'd be crazy if that was Thundercat playing the bass on that one. Yeah, man, it's a great song, but I'm not the biggest fan of the chorus. I think it does get a little annoying hearing it 4 times throughout that track. I get the message and I rock with it 100%, but I feel like the chorus just isn't as catchy as maybe some of the other ones, so I'm just not that big of a fan, but I think that the verses were really fire. I love the production on it. The chorus is really the only negative, I think. Maybe the length of the song as well. It's almost 5 minutes long, but still fire. I'm not mad at it. Not the best one off the project, but not the worst either. Track 6 is Judas with Jid, Ari Lennox, Chance the Rapper, Buddy, and Masego.
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Ooh, hit the road.
Yo, Ari Lennox is so talented.
Hoes in my DMs trying to be low. I gotta go, I got goals, I got shows for show. Because you ride the bench, I'm siding with God. Riding with y'all got me in problems. Finding my flaws,
I love this interpolation.
Act black. I said I might be light skinned, bitch, but I'm Matt Black. I know many mooches like Cat. They'll up in that chest records, who's your dad? I know my freedom papers ain't my payment. Always leave.
Not mad at that verse. Soul in this track is just really fire, man. I think Chance's verse was pretty dope. The Matt Black bar was kind of corny, but besides that, it was fire. I'm not mad at this one at all. Yeah, I'm just rocking with the feeling of it, you know? I'm trying to pin down like a concrete thought to tell you guys like this, and that are why I like this song, but there's just a feeling to it that I'm digging. It's just resonating with me. The soul, the very off-grid kind of drum patterns, the way that Masego and Ari Lennox went off with their singing, just, I like the feeling, you know? Sometimes it's just a feeling thing, and I like it. Track 7 is Ochoon with Earth Gang and Black and Jordan Bryant. These guitars, the way that they sound, remind me of the guitars on Wake Up by Travis Scott. I especially like that there's this like little reggae guitar pattern going on in the background, the electric guitar. Oh man, this is the way that drums came in, the beat dropping with Black's smooth vocals coming through, like it's just instantly wavy, you know? I love it. I really want to know if this is a Wake Up sample.
Special for whoever take some time to decompress.
This is fire.
DTA looking for pieces. You overthinking it, I'm over everything. We in a state where it looks like that every day. It's how it's supposed to be. It's how it's supposed to be. I think that's how it be.
I'm loving these arrangements, man. The way these tracks are structured. Yo, this is turning out to be one of my favorite projects this year. Like legit. Just the soul in this, the religious themes, the production, the features, like, I know it's just my first listen, but I really am liking this. Like, I don't think I have disliked a song yet. There are some tracks that I haven't felt as much as others, but there's no songs on here that I would, like, I feel like I would skip every single time they came on, you know? Like, this is just one of the most enjoyable, just pleasant albums that I've heard so far, man, in this year. This year has been awesome for music. I like this track a lot. Like, the feeling to it is just great. I'm loving those guitars. The solos at the end are really fire. The chorus is great. It's very smooth, very relaxing. All the features killed it. Like, can't hate, man. Can't hate at all. Cupid with Earth Gang, Black, and Lucky Day. Crazy bounce.
Tell me who you call when your dress ain't dropped and your shit don't knock it wrong.
I should have assumed that this would be kind of like a love track talking about relationships and things like that, since it's called Cupid. Not afraid to push it and really go for it. I love that.
Some niggas trying to wipe it on the low. Didn't think that I would settle down in this song. Swear your eyes made of galaxies. We got high, smoked 1,000 trees.
I feel like this is better than mid, but it's not great. Oh, those keys. That's a great sample. Might have to pull up and sample that. I'm thinking with my producer in mind, like, hey, some of those chords are fire. Yeah, like I said, I feel like that track is better than mid, but I wouldn't say it's a great song. It's definitely not one of my favorites, but it's still super high quality. It's still got a very interesting vibe to it. I still really like that instrumental breakdown towards the end. You know, I think Black's verse could have been a little longer, you know, but I'm not mad at it. You know, it's a strange feeling. Like, I wouldn't say this is a mid song at all, but it's also not impressive to me or anything like that. So still good, still good. Track 9 is Shiva with Jid, Earth Gang, Benji, and Jordan Bryant.
My success is yours. The trajectory of adolescent black boys. When you were in the car with a mask on, still them is black. Lives matter, it feel good to be black, but you know where we at. Now that we sitting here reminiscing, I
I just picked the pen up to mention. But look, I'm so cold inside from what's happened to us. Maybe your daddy died. The hot box done turned to a coffin. I'm coughing, don't do that shit often.
You ain't keeping up a last place. You can't last long, living fast paced. It's a track need, not a living in a house of blue. Living in a house of blue. Taking this everybody's right like an astronaut. Franchise player, just another mascot. You and me, I'm confused by your fascination. I know which way I'm going. Baby, open up the window.
Hip hop hooray! That's fire. That one made it onto my playlist. I think it's really catchy. It's got a really nice groove to it. Very radio friendly, I think. Just got a really cool swing to it. Very easy to lose yourself in these little melodies that are going on. I think the verses are all really, really fire. I think it was Jordan Bryant who was singing that chorus. He's got a great smooth vocals. You know, it's just really, really cool. The next two tracks are End of Days and Happy, and I have already heard those tracks. They're in that same video with Baptize, so you can check that out later. We're gonna skip ahead to the last track of this project, which is Jupiter, featuring, I'm just gonna call her Meribah. Like, that's just how I'm gonna say her name. Meribah, Jid, Earth Gang, Jordan Bryant, Hollywood JB, and Benji. I don't know how they fit this many people on a track that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, but we'll see what they've got for us to close out this project. Oh, it's like a folksy record. I love these like campfire tracks. Hey! Love the bass. Let's go! This is great music, man. That's fantastic stuff. I was wondering how they put this many people on a track that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. They just had them all sing at the same time, you know? It's simple. There's a real sense of community. There's a sense of like family and love in this track since everybody's singing all together and everyone seems like they're having a really good time. It's such a nice feeling to close out this project with this song. You know, there's a real sense of closure. There's a real sense of closeness and unity that I think is really, really fire. But also, I'm just a huge fan of these folksy kind of like singing around a campfire vibe kind of tracks. So I love it personally. I think it's great. Guys, like I said, this album is one of the most like pleasant, interesting, well-produced, fun projects that I've heard all year. All the features are so great. They're not afraid to really push it and experiment with their instrumentals. They're not afraid to experiment with their vocals and really go all out and sing and just, it's so well done. Like, I love this project. I really think it's one of the better projects I've heard all year. You have to listen to it if you haven't. Seriously. I had heard of Spillage Village, but I didn't know what it was. I knew it was a group that Earth Gang was a part of, but I had never gotten into their music. And they've been making music since 2014. I had never gotten into it. Those 3 tracks that I heard yesterday were the first 3 Spillage Village tracks I ever heard. I was super impressed. Listening to this project now, I really want to go back and listen to their older stuff. Like, it's just so, they have such chemistry. They sound great together. So check this out. This might be an album that people overlook with all of the other drops. Joji, A$AP Ferg, Action Bronson, Tory Lanez dropped an album, you know, the Bryson Tiller Deluxe version, Travis Scott dropped a track. So people might overlook this project. Please don't. It's so fire. Definitely give it a chance. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate all the support you guys have shown to the channel so far. If you enjoyed it, drop that like, comment, tell me what you thought about this project. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow all my social media so that you get to stay in touch with me and with the news of the channel. And if you really want to go an extra mile and support the channel, you can become a patron or a member. You get access to a bunch of exclusive stuff. This video, unedited, exclusive videos that only the patrons and members have access to, and things of the like. So just check that out. I really appreciate that. And I'll be back in another video very soon. Until then, stay safe. Peace out, guys.